Hi, it's Lynn Shuck with Healing and Balance. We're working with the wrists again today. Most of the time when there's weight in the wrists, we have the palms on the floor. We're working on what's called wrist extension. But we're going to load the weight onto the wrists in flexion, putting the back of the hand on the floor. Now, if you're not very good at having weight in your wrist because that's a new place for you and you want to start with the lightest load, you put your hands on the wall, the backs of your hands on the wall, and you can do all the things we're going to do with the backs of your hands on the wall. The next step forward would be putting the backs of your hands on the floor, fingers spread out, and you're fairly close to your knees. As you're wanting to take more load, you just take your hands further and further away from your legs. That's too far out for me. I'm going to work fairly close to my knees. I'm also working with my fingers very close together because I want to be able to straighten the arms. If I take my hands further apart, I can't. So if you have more flexion, you could have your hands further apart than I have mine. So here's the movement. Regardless of where your hands are, close to the knees or further out, I want to get my shoulders over my wrists. And I'm going to bend the elbows and take the elbows out to the side, and then I'm going to press the backs of my hands, all 10 fingers and the back of my hand, into the floor as I'm lifting my body away from that. So it's just a loading by lowering and then pushing into the floor. Now we can add to this movement. As I push into the floor, once my elbows are as straight as they're going to get, I could loosely curl the fists and then rock up onto my knuckles, coming up onto fists. Then I put the back of the hand back down on the floor, I open the fingers, I bend the elbows. So I press into the floor, loose fist, up onto the knuckles, back of the hand, spread the fingers out, bend the elbows. You want to watch that you're not coming up and immediately rolling to knuckles. If you do that, you want to have that moment of back of the hand on the floor, fingers curl up, then onto knuckles. Now, the closer together you have your hands at the beginning, the closer together your fists are going to be. So you're not going to have fists under wrists unless you're able to be working out here. All of this can be done on the wall. We did it on the floor. Lastly, just circle your hands after loading them like that. Do a little bit to move in all directions. We're not used to taking load with the hands in that position. That's what I have for you today. Go.